The desert was already sinking into dusk when Omar, the senior tomb guard at the ancient necropolis of Khor el Rahim, spotted the old white van creeping toward the restricted excavation zone. Visitors weren't allowed anywhere near the eastern burial shaft, not since the team uncovered strange markings hinting at a sealed royal chamber. Omar squinted into the wind. No lights, no plates, just a slow, deliberate crawl toward the tomb. He raised his hand, signaling for the van to stop. Instead of backing away, the back door suddenly slid open, and a little girl stepped out, barefoot, dust-covered, no older than 8. Her wide, frightened eyes locked onto Omar. "Please, help me," she whispered. They're, they're still inside." Before he could ask who they were, she collapsed at his feet. Inside the silent van, something shifted. And that was only the beginning. Omar carried the unconscious girl to his post and radioed for backup. But the comms crackled uselessly. Dead. The desert wind howled like a warning as he checked her pulse. She was alive, just weak. When she regained consciousness minutes later, tears streamed down her face. "My father and the others, they went down into the tomb. The van brought us here, but it wasn't supposed to. It started moving on its own. Then the door locked." Omar frowned. "Who was driving?" "No one," she whispered. A chill crawled up his spine. According to local legends, the eastern burial shaft was guarded by an ancient entity known only as the Watcher Beneath, a protector of royal secrets who punished intruders without mercy. Still, Omar didn't believe in curses. But then the van door slammed shut, hard, despite the dead still air. He pulled his flashlight and forced the door open. What he saw inside made him stumble back. Dozens of dusty handprints, tiny ones, covered the interior walls. Not fresh, not old, something in between. And on the floor lay a torn piece of parchment inscribed with the same symbols the archaeologists had discovered in the forbidden chamber. Omar pulled his sleeve. "You can't leave them down there. If you go alone, it will take you too." Against every rule he had sworn to uphold, Omar grabbed his lantern, secured a rope, and led the girl to the mouth of the shaft. She hesitated. "The Watcher doesn't like light," she whispered. Omar hesitated, then dimmed the lantern to a soft glow. As they descended the stone steps carved into the earth, the temperature dropped sharply. The air grew thick with ancient dust. Carvings lined the walls, raising arms, empty eyes staring at them, as if warning them to turn back. After 10 minutes of descending, they reached a sealed stone door wedged slightly open. A faint glow, unnatural and pulsing, escaped through the crack. Omar pushed it open. Immediately, a low rumble echoed from deep within. Inside was a chamber unlike anything in the official excavation records. Enormous pillars, carved with symbols of guardians, watchful and stern. At the center stood a collapsed digging site, shovels, ropes, and lanterns abandoned, but no people. The little girl called out, "Baba." Her voice echoed. Then something answered. A distant shuffle, a dragging sound, then a whisper, ancient and layered. "Turn back." Omar pulled the girl behind him. Using the dim lantern light, he spotted footprints leading deeper, fresh ones, adult-sized. "They're alive," he whispered. But he also noticed something else. Beside each footprint was another mark. Longer, clawed, not human. Following the trail, they entered the final chamber, an expansive crypt with a stone sarcophagus at its center, cracked open. The lid lay sideways, as if pushed from within. Omar's heart pounded. Near the altar, he finally spotted the missing archaeologist, kneeling, their eyes shut as if in a trance. The little girl ran to her father just as Omar noticed the shadow rising behind the sarcophagus. Tall, bent, eyes like molten gold watching him. The watcher beneath. It spoke without moving its lips. You bring the child to the guardian's chamber. Why? Omar swallowed. She asked for help. Let them go. The watcher tilted his head, studying him. Heed this truth, protector. The van, your metal carriage, brought her here because she carries what the others sought. Omar blinked. What does she carry? The creature motioned toward the girl gently. She is the last blood of the tomb's true guardian line. The parchment was a summons. Those who disturbed this chamber sought to use her blood to open the final seal. I stopped them. Omar felt the ground shift under his feet. So the van, a vessel, I controlled, to bring her away from danger. Omar realized something chilling. The creature wasn't trying to hurt the girl, it was protecting her. But the archaeologists, controlled by the relic's curse, now stirred, waking with hollow eyes. They are not themselves, the watcher said. They must be freed before sunrise. Or